Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Time 54. Mike 54. And 80.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's 2nd and inches at the 16-yard line.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treat it as such.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go, son. 54, right there. Here we go, young lady. I'm scared. Do.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's got his man here. It's Green. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A.J. Green, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, G.
It's now 3rd.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This will be fielded at the 17. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, lady. Let's get off the field. Lady, let's get off the field. Hey, one set.
Darnold from the gun. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. On the counter, Lindsey. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running
That's
back
what you
on
need
that
for
counter
a good
play?
counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Darryl Worley up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold looking deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A.J. Green, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. It's complete. Stills. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 17-yard line.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Lady, after you. I'm coming after you. Check the set.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey.
I got you, boy.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Let's go. We got this. We got this. Hey, exit.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got his tight end fan. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Let's go now. Show the base. The 2 right here. Oh, yeah. It's a 6. Pull it. Now. Hey, let it go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. And Stills bringing it in. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Don't let him breathe.
Back to throw here. Going for it all. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Watch the block, motion, block. Check 52.
They're going to look to throw. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
I got you, boy.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with first and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Another run by Lindsey, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. You get blocked.
Darnold on 3rd down. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
Darnold on 1st down. Open man, here's Hamilton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Darnold now to throw. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Darnold now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. Green brings it in.
I got you, boy.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Stop your whining.
He gets this one to Johnson.
You ain't doing nothing today.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
General West.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead, Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
I'm coming after you.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd and 11. And Stills over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The throw complete here to Williams. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 47.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Darnold. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Darnold. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold airing it out for Hamilton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He finds his man Johnson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Darnold now to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there in the final minute. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Kill.
Back to throw. He completes it to Jones. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. We got 4. Hut. 52. Mike 52.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
The kick is good, and can you believe this? They win it with zeros on the clock. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a first throw here in overtime. Complete to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Alert three.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and long. And the catch made by Johnson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. Puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And his kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get...
Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. Open man here is Hamilton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Broncos.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. Whistles come in and a timeout. Just 8 seconds left in OT. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This to potentially keep this game alive in OT. And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and very rarely in the National Football League you tie. But that's what we had here. Each team with a field goal in the extra session, but nobody could separate.
I'm glad you went in that direction because I thought the next thing was going to be, and sometimes it rains, but that's not really the case here, right? Look, if this is college football, they keep playing. You know, they're going to break that tie and continue to go how many overtimes it takes. Postseason football, we're still playing. But it's the regular season. You get 1 extra period to decide it. This one, we get field goals on each side. And guess what? The end result's the same. Tie, off we go. Let's move on to the next one.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.